Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well and not taking life too seriously. Well, I have to say, what I take seriously these days has to do with my own truth, my own realizations of what really matters to me. And I want to invite you to a little discussion. This discussion is really very much about what I've learned with human design as a tool for self-realization and why I find self-realization so epic. See, it becomes very heavy when we're all catching ourselves online, chatting and commenting and listening to this and that. And, it's fascinating. Don't get me wrong. I am very fascinated by what's going on out there. In fact, social media is definitely a helpful tool, especially when you want to use it yourself. Otherwise, I really wouldn't be on it. But I'm also an observer, meaning I was born to really see what's going on out there. Like I'm really here to learn from observation and to offer my observation, right? So I'm picking up on a lot of anxieties, and I'm picking up on a lot of like intensified energies. And from a previous post, you might have already heard me talk about how there's 5 planets that shifted signs this year. So that's a really big part of this intensification, let alone that Pluto, which is the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth, is in Aquarius. And, I have Venus in 0 degrees in Aquarius, which is very much about understanding that point of movement, the point of shifting into Aquarius. And the value of Aquarius is sovereignty. So I'm very tapped into that, naturally. And I'm noticing that a lot of people want different quality of relationships. They want different quality of life, different qualities of self-awareness. And there's more openness. I feel more people are actually ready to shift the way that they relate to energy. And the good news, very, very good news, is that we have new tools that are literally available for us for the last almost 40 years of how to relate to energy. Human design is an evolution of astrology, of Kabbalah, of I Ching, of Vedic philosophy. And it's here right now for this time of transformation to help folks realize that we can gain self-awareness right now in a much more empowered way than ever by really looking deeply into our energy mechanics, understand how we're built, understand our auras types, understand the differences. It's a science of differentiation. So it's a very helpful tool, especially when you realize, that the variables of all these differentiations are endless. So there really is no two alike. It's very liberating to know that. And when you start to put it together also with the Jinkies, which is a sister system of human design, no less powerful system, by the way. It's such a beauty to see all these like DNA influences, in your structure. You have literally sequences that you can understand the potentiality of your existence. For example, a genius, which is in human design, it's the unconscious earth. It's this unconscious quality to you, which you're here to learn. But when you really learn it, when you're really able to observe it and to understand it and to contemplate on it, you can tap into this magic inside of you that when you're aware of it, it helps so many people, because your genius really is serving everybody else. Your gifts and your purpose is really serving everybody else. And, yes, of course, we come here also for our own personal destiny and our own personal journey. And I have that in my chart. I'm what we call a right angle cross. Particularly, I have the rulership 4. And it's a beautiful journey of self-transformation. And if you know the language, then you'll understand when I say my conscious sun energies and the quarter of mutation, which is all about evolving through spiritual transformation. And so it is very personal, and yet I am really not here for myself. I'm a projector. I'm here for others, for you. And I'm a ruler, which is really an energy that wants to nurture. It wants to create a container for other people to feel cared for. And so it's a beautiful thing to understand oneself, because I wouldn't be able to talk to you like that before I studied myself. Not even in my past. I was very lucky to be nurtured in container of a spiritual teacher that was like a father to me, and like the whole group was like family to me. And yet there was very little self-awareness of myself. I didn't quite know my value. I didn't know how to speak about this value, and it's nobody to blame. But things are different right now, and I'm also very much, in tune with my unique journey and how it's meant to be for me, rather than compare myself to other people, because this is part of it. You really gotta own your unique manifestation in a body. You can't really have another role model for your uniqueness. It's the only way is to really become a role model for your uniqueness. And that requires some maturity and some investing in yourself, and really trusting in yourself and loving yourself and knowing yourself, And so, yeah, I'm just grateful to be able to share this with you, and I'm going to do the best in continuing to showing up. And I have created a container that I can show up for you individually anytime. It's a container that's designed for one-on-one. You can check it out on my bio. It's called Aura Tuning. It's a modality that I created. It's so much about offering this unconditional support. You could say it's I really want you to remember your divinity. I want you to know that your existence matters, your uniqueness matters, your gift and your genius matters, and self-awareness is the way. That's the only way that you can really fulfill why you're here. So I'm here to create that container for you. And being a cellist, I offer you, it's like I have the quality as a projector to really absorb in your frequency, and I can transmit it to you. I can literally help you feel your own frequency as I play for you. It's a talent that is mine. It's again unique. We all have our unique talents. It's something that I learn about myself, something that I've been experimenting with a lot, and I continue to experiment. And this space that I offer, this aura tuning, is a process. It's a process of, it's like a cycle of going through, starting with a reading where I help you understand certain things about your frequency, and we take all of these elements from your frequency and we meditate on them in your cello transmission. You get a professionally recorded cello transmission. I have almost 20 years experience of sound engineering and music production. So I produce professional recordings, and you listen to that at home at your own comfort. And once you've received it, after you've had the reading, you have basically your frequency is being given to you. Like, you get to see yourself, you get to connect with yourself, you get someone like me, a projector, able to give you insights of your frequency through a reading and through cello transmission. And then we integrate your experience. So this is the part where we extract the medicine. And I also offer a poem that I write on all of the different elements that we discussed in your reading. And, it's like a channel, basically. And that becomes your aura tuning cycle. And aura tuning is something that I offer for people to experience. You can taste it as a one cycle. Cycle means like you went through the stages, like from a reading to the cello transmission to the integration and the poem, etc. That's one cycle. But you may experience a quality of awakening, a quality of transformation that you will realize that you want to continue to explore further. And that's when it becomes a mentorship. That's when I can be there for you for a period of time as a supporter, as a guide, as someone who's really here creating a safe space for you, and want you to really feel safe, to feel protected, to feel like you have support, to really understand how to get more empowered by your uniqueness. Because I guarantee you, when you start to understand and connect the dots to your uniqueness, to your gifts, you're going to have a very different experience with other people, because you're going to be able to see them from that vantage point of view. You're going to realize that each and every one of us is entirely different. Maybe you're going to discover that you want to learn about other people's frequencies. Maybe that's going to be very interesting for you. Or maybe you're just going to want to really get clear on your unique offering, on what it looks like, what is ahead for you. How are you going to share your unique gifts? And, really look at what's not fulfilling in your life and how can you change that? And that's that's the kind of support that I offer. So the mentorship can go for as long as you feel called to. It can be a 6 months mentorship. It can be an entire year, or maybe a few years mentorship. And we can talk about all the details. You can book a consultation call with me. I'll be more than happy to, to share with you my insights and give you different options. And so, yeah, I'm here for you. That's the main message. I'm here for you, and I want you to feel good about being here, and that you have support. You have somebody here who wants to be your fierce ally and want to see you succeed and become empowered in your beautiful uniqueness. That's why I was born. So thank you so much for being who you are, for your beautiful self. And I wish you all the best.